Good morning, sir.
So first of all, let me ask Jaskirat.
Yes, sir.
Jaskirat, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jaskirat, can you name the muscles of mastication?
Yes, sir. Masseter muscle, temporalis, lateral pterygoid, and medial pterygoid.
Okay, which are the muscles which are causing elevation of mandible?
But except the lateral pterygoid muscles, the remaining masseter muscle, temporalis muscle, and the medial pterygoid.
Okay, thank you. You can mute yourself. Aishwarya, roll number 4. Aishwarya.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Aishwarya. What are the shapes of the muscles of mastication?
Sir, the masseter muscle is quadrilateral in shape,
Okay,
and the temporalis muscle is fan shaped.
right.
The lateral pterygoid muscle is short and conical, and the medial pterygoid muscle is again quadrilateral in shape.
Okay, thank you. You can mute yourself. Achaldeep Kaur. Achaldeep Kaur.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, beta. Achaldeep, tell me about the masseter. What is the origin of masseter muscle?
Sir, it has 3 layers: superficial, middle, and deep layer. From the superficial layer is the largest, and it originates from the anterior 2/3 of the lower border of zygomatic arch. Middle one from posterior 1/3 of the lower border of zygomatic arch, and the deep layer from deep surface of the zygomatic arch.
Okay, thank you. You can mute yourself. So then, Ankita, roll number 7.
Yes, sir.
Ankita, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
What is the insertion of masseter muscle?
So, lateral surface of ramus, except the posterior superior area.
Okay, fine. So lateral surface of ramus of mandible except the posterior superior area. This posterior superior area is related to?
Parotid gland.
Yes, even the posterior border of the ramus is related to parotid gland. Even the posterior border of the ramus is related to parotid gland. Okay, you can mute yourself, Ankita. Then Arshpreet Kaur, roll number 8.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, beta. Arshpreet, where are the superficial, intermediate, and deep fibers inserted on the ramus of mandible?
Sir, on upper side of lateral side of ramus.
No, but do you know the details that superficial fibers are inserted in which part of the ramus, upper, middle, lower part? Do you have an idea?
Sir, superficial are inserted at lower part, and deep fibers are inserted at upper part, and intermediate are inserted at middle part.
That's right. Yeah, the deep fibers are inserted in the upper part, and they are also giving some extensions to which process?
Coronoid process.
Yes, right, Ankita. Then Devinder Kaur, roll number 10.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, beta. What is the action of masseter muscle?
Sir, elevate the mandible.
It elevates
Sir, to close the mouth.
To close the mouth. Okay. Do you have any idea about the nerve supply of the mandible? This masseter?
Sir, and anterior division of mandible.
Anterior division of mandibular nerve.
Mandible.
Okay, you can mute yourself, Devinder. Then Dipanshu Singla. Dipanshu, are you there?
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Dipanshu, tell me about origin of temporalis.
Temporalis. Oh, from the
From where does temporalis originate? This area is which area?
Temporal fossa.
So it originates from temporal fossa, and there's a fascia here, which is known as
Convergent deep to the zygomatic arch.
no. Yeah, the tendon goes deep to zygomatic arch, but the origin is from the temporal fossa.
Temporal fossa and temporal fascia.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the shape of this temporalis muscle?
Fan shape, sir.
Fan shape, and the tendon, as you said, passes deep to the zygomatic
Zygomatic arch.
zygomatic
Yes.
arch. Okay. What
Arch.
is the nerve supply of temporalis muscle?
Nerve supply. Anterior borders.
Nerve supply is anterior branch of mandibular.
Ramus of mandible.
No, nerve supply is always a nerve. So it is the anterior division of the mandibular nerve. Okay, you can mute yourself. Be a more thorough in your study. Gurleen, roll number 13. Gurleen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Gurleen, tell me about the insertion of temporalis muscle.
Temporalis muscle on the pterygoid fossa.
Yeah.
Pterygoid.
This fossa is known as pterygoid fovea. It is known as pterygoid fovea. So it is on the anterior aspect of pterygoid
Anterior
fovea, but that is
back
lateral
of-
pterygoid. Okay, that is lateral pterygoid. This muscle is temporalis muscle. So first thing is that this
Temporalis
fossa,
muscle on the anterior border of mandible and the medial surface, adjoining medial surface.
so it is not the anterior border of mandible. You have to be specific. Anterior
Ramus of
border of ramus of mandible, because there is no anterior border of mandible. So in the examinations, you have to speak anterior border of ramus of mandible and adjoining medial part. So, you know, even if you know the answer, sometimes if you don't express it properly or you have not practiced it that much, then you, first of all, you said that pterygoid fossa. Okay, so that indicated that you have studied something, but you are not sure about the name. It is pterygoid fovea, but that is in relation to lateral pterygoid muscle. In relation to temporalis muscle, it is the anterior border of not mandible, but the ramus of mandible and adjoining medial part. So you have to be very specific. Okay. Why I am holding a class for this small topic, a test for this small topic, because this small topic is so important for the rest of your lives. Okay. So considering its importance, I am not satisfied. I'm not going to move forward. So I will not move forward unless I'm sure that you know this part, each one of you. Okay, fine. You can mute yourself. Then Gurleen, core roll number 12.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, beta. Okay, Gurleen, tell me about the lateral pterygoid muscle. Origin.
Lateral, yes, origin. It is originated from the infratemporal surface, and its upper head originates from the infratemporal surface and from the crest of the greater wing of sphenoid bone.
So there is a crest of greater wing of sphenoid bone. So this,
Sphenoid
you
bone,
know,
yes.
this is the temporal fossa. This is zygomatic arch. So here, you know,
Yes.
when this bone is passing, curving like this, so here there is a crest that is known as crest of greater wing of sphenoid, and
Crest
this is the infratemporal surface. So this was the upper head. You are right. What about the lower head?
Yes, sir. It arises from the lateral surface of the lateral pterygoid plate.
Okay, lateral surface of lateral pterygoid plate. So there is a
Lateral
lateral
pterygoid
pterygoid plate here. Lateral surface of lateral pterygoid plate. And Gurleen, which head is larger?
Lower head is larger.
Okay, so thank you. You can mute yourself.
Yes.
So then I ask Gursagar Preet. Gursagar Preet.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, beta. Gursagar Preet, what is the insertion of lateral pterygoid muscle?
Sir, pterygoid fovea surface of neck of mandible.
Yeah, pterygoid
Anterior
fovea
margin of
on the anterior surface of neck of mandible. Okay. Yes, good. So what is the nerve supply of lateral pterygoid?
sir, branch from anterior division of mandibular nerve.
Okay, thank you. So next I ask Harman Sandhu.
Yes, sir.
Harman, what about the nerve supply of muscles of mastication?
नर्व सप्लाई सर मीडियल टेरिगोइड को छोड़कर जो बाकी की तीन है उसकी होती है इंटीरियर डिवीजन ऑफ मैंडिबुलर नर्व से
Yes.
और जो बाकी जो मीडियल टेरिगोइड है उसकी होती है मेन ट्रंक से
And the nerve to medial pterygoid also supplies?
ये सप्लाई करती है वो टिम्पैनी जो मिडल ईयर की मसल होती है।
उसका नाम क्या बेटा? What's the name of the muscle?
टिम्पैनी।
टेंसर टिम्पैनी। टेंसर टिम्पैनी टेंस करती है और टिम्पैनिक मेम्ब्रेन को टेंस करती है। टेंसर टिम्पैनी ऑफ मिडल ईयर।
एंड दूसरी होती है टेंसर वेली पैलेट।
हाँ पैलेटी। टेंसर वेलाई पैलेटी। टेंसर वेलाई पैलेटी है सॉफ्ट पैलेट की मसल है जो सॉफ्ट पैलेट को टेंस करती है। ओके टेंसर वेलाई पैलेटाई। So all muscles of mastication are supplied by the anterior division of mandibular nerve except the medial pterygoid which is supplied by the main trunk. The nerve to medial pterygoid also supplies tensor tympani and tensor velar palatii. So good Harman, thank you. Next I ask Harshlin. Harshlin, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Harshlin beta, what about the medial pterygoid?
So medial pterygoid muscle is quadrilateral in shape and has got two heads. One is superficial, smaller head, and the deeper one is the larger head. The
So where does the
smaller
superficial head arise from? Superficial head arises from?
Superficial head arises from the tuberosity of the maxilla, whereas the deeper, larger head, it arises from the medial surface of the lateral pterygoid plate and the adjoining palatine bone.
Okay, beta, thank you. You can mute yourself. So next I ask, I just asked Harshlin. I asked Harshlin. So I'll ask Hunar Chopra.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes. So Hunar Chopra, what about the other head of medial pterygoid? Harshlin has told about the superficial head, which is smaller. Okay. What about the other head of medial pterygoid?
The other head is the deep head, which is larger.
Okay.
And it is originated from the medial surface of lateral pterygoid plate.
It originates from the medial surface of lateral pterygoid plate. Fine, you can mute yourself. So next is Jaskirat. Jaskirat is done, I think. Jaskirat. Next is Khushdeep Kaur. Khushdeep Kaur.
Yes, sir.
Hanji
Sir.
beta. What about the insertion of medial pterygoid?
Sir, medial pterygoid inserted on the medial surface of the ramus between the mylohyoid groove and the angle of the mandible.
Yes, there are roughenings there. So that is the insertion of the medial pterygoid. Fine. Thank you. You can mute yourself. Next, I come to Kriti. Kriti Gangar. Kriti, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Kriti, name the
Yes,
muscles
sir.
of mastication.
There are four muscles: masseter, temporalis, medial pterygoid, and lateral pterygoid.
And what is their nerve supply? What is their nerve supply?
Sir, all the three muscles have the from the anterior division of the mandibular nerve, except the medial pterygoid, which is supplied by the main trunk.
Fine. You can mute yourself. Khushdeep Kaur. Khushdeep Kaur, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning. Khushdeep, tell me about the masseter muscle. What is the shape
Okay,
of
sir.
what is the shape of masseter muscle?
Sir, masseter muscle is quadrilateral in shape.
Where it is
It has
arising
three.
from? Batao.
It has superficial layer, middle, intermediate layer, and deep layer. Superficial layer is originate from the anterior 2/3 of the lower border of zygomatic arch. Deep or intermediate layer is originate from the posterior 1/3 of the zygomatic arch, and deep layer is originate from the deep surface of the zygomatic arch.
Fine, you can mute yourself. Kritika. Kritika, say it.
Yes, sir.
Insert. Good morning. Insertion of masseter muscle.
Sir, insertion of masseter muscle is in the lateral part, in the lateral surface of the ramus of the mandible, and the superficial layer is on the lower side, middle
layer is on the middle part, and the deep layer is on the upper part.
Fine, you can mute yourself. Then we come to Kritika, roll number 25.
Good morning, sir.
Hanji beta, good morning. Kritika, tell me about the temporalis muscle. What is the origin of temporalis muscle and what is the action of temporalis muscle?
So temporalis muscle has two origin. That first is temporal fossa and second is temporal fascia. Temporalis muscle helps in the closing of the mouth and
yes, it
yes,
helps
closing
in
of the mouth and closing of the mouth, and then it helps in the retraction of the mouth of the mandible.
Yes.
Posterior fibers of the temporalis fibers that help in the retraction of the mandible.
Fine, you can mute yourself. Then I come to Manpreet Singh Sandhu.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, beta. Manpreet, name the elevators of the mandible.
Sir, masseter, temporalis, and medial pterygoid.
Name the only depressor of mandible.
Lateral pterygoid.
Fine, beta. You can mute yourself. Then I come to Mundrika Singh.
Good morning, sir.
Hanji, good morning, beta. Mundrika, tell me about the lateral pterygoid, the two heads of lateral pterygoid.
Sir, lateral pterygoid has two heads, upper head which is smaller and lower head which is larger. Upper head arises from the greater wings of sphenoid bone, and lower head arises from the lateral surface of lateral pterygoid plate.
Yes. So upper head is arising from the infratemporal surface of the greater wing of sphenoid bone. You know, this, when you see the inside of the skull, this is lesser wing of sphenoid bone, this is greater wing of sphenoid bone. So this greater wing of sphenoid bone has got a infratemporal surface here. So here, in fact, there is a crest also. So infratemporal surface of greater wing of sphenoid bone. अनुराधा क्लास के बाद फोन करता हूँ, ठीक है? So that is about the lateral pterygoid muscle, right? Then okay, you can mute yourself.
Thank you, sir.
So Nagma, are you there?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, beta. Okay, Nagma, tell me about the insertion of lateral pterygoid muscle and its action.
Lateral pterygoid muscle is inserted on the pterygoid fovea on the anterior surface of neck of the mandible, and on the anterior. And
what is the action of lateral pterygoid?
It helps in the destruction of mandible.
It helps in the destruction. What did you say? Destruction of mandible.
Depressor, sir. Depressor.
So it's a depressor of the mandible. Okay. It helps in opening the mouth, or you can say it's a depressor of the mandible. It is a depressor. Okay, thank you. That's right. So you can mute yourself, beta. Next is so Nandini.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So Nandini, name the muscles which are responsible for protrusion of mandible.
Sir, pterygoid muscles and the superficial fibers help in protrusion of the mandible.
Pterygoid muscles and superficial fibers of what?
Superficial fibers
of
masseter
So
muscle.
you have to say, if you know it, you have to say it properly. See, whenever we know an answer, please ensure that we speak it properly and get full points out of it. Okay. So if you know an answer and you don't speak it properly, then that is a waste of effort. So if you are saying superficial fibers, you have to mention superficial fibers of masseter muscle.
Masseter.
Okay. So thank you. You knew the answer. Thank you. You can mute yourself. Then Navdeep Kaur.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, bache. Name the muscles which are responsible for retraction of mandible.
So the posterior fibers of the temporalis muscle and the intermediate and the deep fibers of masseter muscle.
How do you know the how? Okay. Is there anything regarding the insertion of temporalis muscle that it causes retraction of mandible? It's a bit tough question, but if you can answer that, why temporalis causes retraction of mandible? Any idea?
No, sir.
Because you see, maybe I haven't taught you this, but, temporalis is arising from this temporal fossa, yes? So anterior fibers, middle fibers, posterior fibers. And the posterior fibers, they are passing from posterior towards the, what is the insertion of temporalis, beta? Can you
So
tell?
temporal anterior margin of the medial surface of the ramus of the mandible.
Yes, okay. So it is fibers are rising from the posterior aspect of temporal fossa and they are going to the anterior margin of the ramus of mandible. So fibers are passing from back to front. Okay. So when this muscle will contract, that means when it will shorten, it will pull the mandible backwards. Yes, because fibers are passing from back to front. And when it will shorten, like my hand, it will push the mandible backwards. Okay, so that is why we say posterior fibers of temporalis are responsible for retraction, because they are coming from posterior to anterior, so they have the maximum effect in retraction. They are coming from posterior to anterior. When they will shorten, they will cause inward movement of mandible. That is called retraction of mandible. So thank you. Navtinder, roll number 33.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Nandini answered correctly. So Navtinder, now you tell me, where is Navtinder gone? Navtinder.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes. Navtinder, now you tell me what are the muscles responsible for chewing movements. When you chew a bubble gum like this, people chew it like this. If you have seen the Australian cricketers, they keep on chewing gum throughout the whole day. They keep on moving their gums like this, like this, like this. Yes. So it's a very good exercise. Yes. So which muscles are responsible for movements of
masseter muscle, pterygoid muscles. So accessory muscles are responsible.
No. Okay. I'll change the question for you. Name the accessory muscles of mastication.
Subbuccinator muscle, suprahyoid muscle, and the infrahyoid muscle are the accessory muscles of mastication.
Okay. And how many heads medial pterygoid has got?
Medial pterygoid has having two heads, the superficial head and the deep head.
Which
the
is larger?
Is the smaller, deep head is the larger one.
Okay, thank you. You can mute yourself.
Thank you, sir.
So next is Navdeep. Navdeep, आपका हो गया?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next is Parinita.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Parinita. Would you like to attempt this question on chewing movements?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, the ipsilateral contraction of the lateral pterygoid with the medial pterygoid helps to move the chin to the other side. Like if the pterygoid muscles of the right side contract, then the chin is moved to the left side. Okay, so it helps in the chewing.
This is my right side. If my right medial pterygoid and lateral pterygoid
and the lateral pterygoid contract,
my chin will move towards the
chin will move to the left side.
Left side. Okay, so in chewing, what happens is right, left movements continuously they happen. Yes. So ipsilateral muscles contract to move the chin towards the contralateral side.
Opposite side.
Opposite side. That is called contralateral side. Yes. Okay, fine. You can mute yourself. Then Prabhandeep.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, beta. Prabhandeep, the origin of medial pterygoid muscle.
So the superficial head arises from the tuberosity of maxilla, and the deep head arises from medial surface of lateral pterygoid plate.
Okay. So where is the tuberosity of maxilla located? It is located behind the third molar tooth. tuberosity of maxilla. So this maxilla is the bearing the upper teeth, you know. So when we this is the third, this is the last socket of the tooth. So just behind that is the tuberosity of maxilla. Okay. So medial pterygoid, you have very rightly told me the two regions of medial pterygoid. Okay, so you can mute yourself. Then I come to Puneet, 40. Puneet.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Puneet, tell me the insertion of medial pterygoid muscle.
So the medial pterygoid muscle is inserted between the medial surface of the ramus, between the mylohyoid groove and the angle of the mandible.
Okay, so is there some problem with your camera, laptop camera or mobile camera? I can't see your
Yes,
face.
a network issue.
Okay, no problems. So you can mute yourself. Then I come to rhythm, roll number 41.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So what is the nerve supply rhythm of the muscles of mastication?
All the muscles of mastication except medial pterygoid muscles are supplied by the anterior division of the mandibular nerve, and the medial pterygoid muscles are supplied by the main trunk, which also supplies the tensor tympani and the muscles of
Soft palate called tensor villi palatii. So this mandibular nerve, you know, it is coming down and then it is dividing into two divisions, anterior division and posterior division. So there is a main trunk. If this finger is a main trunk, there is a main trunk, and then there is an anterior division and a posterior division. So anterior division is supplying all the muscles of mastication, but the main trunk is supplying the medial pterygoid. And the branch from the main trunk, which is supplying the medial pterygoid, is also supplying the tensor tympani and tensor villi palatii. So I think that completes all the students. Any student left? Yeah, Ritika clear is left. Ritika?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. So many students are left still. Okay. So Ritika, tell me about the origin and insertion of lateral pterygoid.
The lateral pterygoid had two heads, upper head and lower head. And the upper head origin is infratemporal surface and crust of the greater wing of sphenoid bone, and the lower head origin is lateral surface of lateral pterygoid palate, and its insertion is on pterygoid fovea on the anterior surface of the neck of the mandible,
Right.
and
Right.
anterior
So
margin of the articular disc.
yes, it also gets inserted onto the anterior margin of the articular disc. Fine. You can mute yourself. Then I come to Ria. Yeah, are you there? Ria?
Yes, sir.
Hanji. Ria, what about the origin and insertion of lateral pterygoid is special? How is the origin related to the insertion of lateral pterygoid?
Sir, lateral pterygoid has two heads. The lower head and upper head. Lower head is the largest one, and the upper head is smaller. Lower one is
What is the action of lateral pterygoid?
lateral pterygoid protrude the mandible.
Protrudes the.
Protrude the mandible.
Its main action is depression of mandible, that is opening the mouth. Okay, so you can mute yourself. Next, Simran Pathania.
Yes, sir.
Can you attempt this question, Simran? A relation of origin of lateral pterygoid to its insertion.
Yes, sir. Sir, superficial head of the medial pterygoid plate muscle and the
deep head of the pterygoid, medial pterygoid plate and close the lower surface of the lateral pterygoid plate. Muscle, sorry.
No, is the origin anterior to the insertion or posterior to the insertion of lateral pterygoid?
Posterior.
बेटा देखो लेटरल टेरिगॉइड का ओरिजिन हो रहा है लेटरल टेरिगॉइड प्लेट से, है ना, और इंसर्शन हो रही है टेरिगॉइड फोबिया पे, तो ओरिजिन एंटीरियर हुआ ना इंसर्शन से, origin anterior हुआ ना insertion से, origin is anterior to the insertion. And what is the action of lateral pterygoid? It's a depressor of the mandible. So you can mute yourself, right? So next I come to Tamanna Sachdeva.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Tamanna, what is the action of medial pterygoid?
So the medial pterygoid helps in the elevation of the mouth, mandible, and its superficial fibers help in the protrusion and the deep and intermediate in the retraction of the mandible.
Right. नगमा अपना सर क्यों पकड़ा हुआ आपने? Just relax. कुछ नहीं है. Okay. And then okay. Then we come to Tushar. Tushar.
Morning, sir.
हाँ जी. Tushar, can you tell me the relation of origin of lateral pterygoid to the insertion?
Sir, it is anterior, medial, and lower to its insertion.
Yes. So the origin of lateral pterygoid is medial, anterior, and lower. You know, that is why it is able to depress the mandible, because the origin is anterior. It is anterior. Insertion is posterior. Origin is medial. It is inside. Insertion is outer, lateral. Okay. Origin is lower and insertion is upper. So when origin is lower and insertion is upper, the contraction causes depression of mandible. You know, if a thing is there that the origin is lower, if this finger is representing the origin and this finger is representing the thumb, if the origin is lower and the insertion is up, when the muscle will contract, yes, so it will cause the action of the lateral pterygoid is depression of mandible. So that is why it causes depression of mandible, because the origin is medial, lower, and anterior to the insertion. Okay. So next we come to who's left now? Vani Agarwal.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, beta. So about the medial pterygoid, the two heads of the medial pterygoid, do they cover any part of lateral pterygoid?
Yes, they cover the lower larger head of lateral pterygoid as it arises the lower
as it arises
as the
from
lower larger head arises from the lateral surface of the lateral pterygoid plate. The deep head of the medial pterygoid plate, which arises from the medial surface of the lateral pterygoid plate, and the superficial head of the medial pterygoid plate, which arises from the maxillary tuberosity, they both cover the larger lateral head of lateral pterygoid.
Yes, so these two things are there. One thing is that the medial pterygoid, the two fibers of the two regions of the deep head of medial pterygoid, they are the superficial and the deep heads of medial pterygoid, they are covering the lower larger head of lateral pterygoid. So this thing you should keep in mind. Second thing you should keep in mind is that the origin of lateral pterygoid is medial, lower, and anterior. So when it will contract, you know, it will cause the depression of mandible. Like this, mandible will move downwards when the fibers will contract. Okay, so I thank you all for participating in this Viva class. The idea was just to improve your command over the origin and insertion of the muscles of mastication. If you have participated in this Viva, there are many persons who have not participated. I can see it on the computer screen. If you are participating in this Viva, you know, it reinforces the subject in you. As a teacher of anatomy, I can tell you that I have learned anatomy only by teaching. The more I teach, the more I know. Similarly, the more you participate in such Vivas and activities, the more you will retain. So it is not that you should be afraid of these activities, because internal assessment, you know, all the students who are good, they will get good internal assessment. These activities are for your participation, so that improves your confidence. They improve your confidence. So I thank you for today's attendance, and I think in a day or so we will have another viva on the maxillary artery and its branches. Okay, and then we will go on to TM joint, temporomandibular joint. These topics are very important. So I want to have tests of these portions. Once we finish these topics, then we won't have tests for some time. Okay, so till temporomandibular joint is finished, we will keep on having tests. So thank you and bye bye for today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.